Alright, alright. I hope I'm live on there though. Everything looking okay? Sure, everything looking okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Show what you may have heard, what you think you know. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Let the sun never blind your eyes. Update that again. Alright. Now someone told me there's some football game going on or something like that. I don't know. Who watches that shit? Not I, said the fox. Not I. Oh, my brush is starting to fray. That's not good. Let's try to get a little dirty and get a little. Show you where I now you truth your lies become one. Say. I have the glasses on, as you can see, because I've been getting some funk in my eye again. I was like, I am not dealing with it. I don't have time for that. Rather hear the sound of your body breaking as I take you down. Yeah. I never really cared for football. I don't know what it is. Maybe being drug along for too many games might have, like... So when I was a kid, you know, sometimes it was just a matter of... My dad refereed a lot, so sometimes... Mom was coming home too late. We were with Dad. We gotta go to the football game. And so we were just always stuck in, like, you know... Yeah, it's like my son when I drag him somewhere. It's like, you know, I didn't want to do it. I wanted to go to the games. You know, I wanted to stay at home and do whatever the hell else we were going to do. Watch. You can't do that on television or whatever the hell it was. I think it's like child nature, you know? Like, even if it's something you kind of like, you don't want to do it because, you know, you had other plans that day. Let me sleep so my teeth won't grind. This might be part of the reason this is going so slowly is I'm trying to like stay sort of accurate. That's causing me to be more hesitant. Let me sleep so my teeth won't grind. Uh-oh, is that all tried? There's so much dried paint on here. It's such a bad pain in the ass right now. It's not a good thing. It was funny though, like, when I was a kid, so I used to go, you know, be drug along to all these games with my father and stuff. And I didn't really want to be part of it, like. But that was life. That's what we had to do. And, but every now and then, like, these weird little adventures would occur. There was one game my dad took me to. I want to say it was like Sun Valley. That sounds kind of right. I lost my father on the way to the, like I say, we're heading to the locker room. Like I turned my back or whatever, you know, because I was a kid. I mean, and you know, back then they didn't have ADD diagnoses. You know, they didn't know what the hell it was. So the things that are just now easily like, oh no, yeah, you definitely had ADD. Like, it's like, oh, it was just Brian being Brian. So I was like, you know, looking at all those people, and I turn around, and my dad's gone, and I'm like, oh shit. And I don't know where he went. I had no idea where anything was. I had no idea. And I guess just the nature of this area or whatever, and maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I didn't ask people for help. Like, that's not the way it was done. We didn't ask people for help. Like, you know, you got lost or whatever, you better figure something the fuck out. You know, I don't know. That's not the way I was, at least. I didn't go to people. I didn't know who to look for. So I knew my dad was going to be inside the game. And I start walking towards the gate, and I realize this guy's collecting money and tickets. I don't have money or tickets. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I look at this, like, you know, and it was probably like a 20-foot high fence. I don't know. It might as well have been, fucking, you know, forever. I have no idea how long it was. But I was just like, hop on the fence. And I'm 6 or 7 years old, I think. Something like that. Maybe 8. And I just, whoop, up the fence and over the fence and down the fence. And the guy, like in security was just like, yo, come here. I'll give you like $5 to do that again. I'm like, no, I gotta find my dad. You know, like I just took off. And the guy's like, no, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna hop the fence again. You know, I did it. It's there. It was about halftime when my former babysitter, who was also a ref of the game or whatever, sees me wandering along the sidelines or like along the fence or whatever, and she just screamed, "Brian, get your ass over here! Hey, Bev, what's happening? What the hell have you been? I lost Dad. I hopped the fence. My God, your father's ready to fucking kill everybody in this place. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, get over here." So they, you know, get me on field. And of course, the whole time I'd been sitting on, you know, whatever side it was. But I guess, you know, it was easier for my father to keep an eye on me on the other side of the field. So here I am, like, with all the other team's colors and shit. And, you know, I come wandering over. Like, oh, I guess I'm, you know, let go of that balloon. You know. I sat on the bench with the guys, you know, like all the football players. It's pretty funny. I, like, killed their Gatorade.
Just tell me what's the only solution to myself. I'll probably get hit by a car anyway.
So I guess we go back to, like I said, that whole thing from last time we were talking. You know, I was a pain in the ass as a kid to deal with because I would wander off. Last time I know I was mentioning about how my wife decided it was a good idea for us all to torture each other this weekend. That unfortunately actually ended up getting sort of canceled. We stopped at Petco, which was one of our stops. We had like 3 to go. But while I dropped the wife and Sophia off at Petco so they could figure out what they're going to buy for Sophia's guinea pig and for the wife's one at school. And we've been having tire pressure issues with our Mazda, and I was like, all right, well, me and Vincent will go over. We'll go pick up like a little, you know, digital air pressure monitors. This way we can always be sure, because we've been having issues with judging off of our one we had in the car, and the pumps have just been bad recently. So we're like, all right, we'll just go get one. And this way, keep it in the car. This time when the damn thing starts acting up or starts saying we're having low pressure and things look normal, she pops it on there. She can verify whether or not it's just a car being fritzy or whether it's actually got low pressure. And apparently it was actually real low pressure, because what happened was we see it, you know, and I start filling up the tires. And the driver's side ones were both a little low. I fill them up, like, cool, everything's groovy. I go to the other side. Test it a little low. I'm like, alright, cool. We'll just pop this fucker on, you know, hit the air thing. And it's not taking the air. Like, it's like literally actually just like, it looks like it's losing air. I'm like, that's not right. right? And I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, this looks funny too. Like, this looks different than the other ones did. I'm like, what the hell's? I mean, the other ones are newer. I'm like, but this looks really off. And sure enough, I take the damn thing off the pump, or off the air pressure pump or whatever, and boom! Out pops the tip of the stem there, and my tire just goes. So we're in the middle of this Wawa parking lot, and I have to fucking change a tire. And of course, for some reason, this is the exact moment that like literally everyone in the goddamn neighborhood decided they wanted to fill their tires at the Wawa where we were. So like, there's just this line for it, and I'm like, guys, I'm dead in the water. I can't move. This tire is flat, Basically, like the Monty Python, this bird is no more. Like, I can't do anything. And, I was in a chipper mood. And I couldn't move the fucking lug nuts. I'm having all sorts of issues with that. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, man. I'm like, alright, and I'm calling fucking AAA. I don't want to deal with this shit. And of course, AAA is like, due to the recent cold, our call volume is higher than normal. Your wait time to speak to a rep is 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck this. I'll rip the goddamn tire off if I have to. So I went to work on it, finally got the fucking thing to move. And, I'm like, okay, we're good, we're gonna get this thing. So I got the damn tire off, and I'm like, alright, well. So I'm working from home tomorrow because the wife's gonna take my car, and I don't have a choice. She can't really take off, so. Gets done tomorrow again, and tell them to check the second or the last one too, the fourth one, because I'm done with this shit. I changed another tire in a fucking gas station parking lot. I'd be really salty. Like, we could change the title of this thing to fucking painting with extra salt, because that's what I'm gonna be. Funny, like I think about the Super Bowl nowadays, and it's like, I never liked the football. It's never a big deal, for me. But I used to like watching the Super Bowl because I love the commercials. I like seeing what they do. But like, here's the thing, like, I don't know if it's just me, but some of the big commercials they were talking about this year, I already saw online, like, or hell, I just saw one on TV already. It was like the one with the dude for from Lebowski, and I think Lebowski and what's her face, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Sex and the City, like it's supposed to be her character from there, right? It's like, if you're airing it before the goddamn Super Bowl, what the fuck do I care? You know?
Let's fly way up to the skies, away from the maddening crowds. We can fling in the glow of a star that I know of the lovers and curtains of mine. Let us leave this confusion and all this illusion behind. Just like birds of a feather, a rainbow together we'll find. Volare, whoa, e cambao, whoa. Under my happy heart sinks, your love has given it wings. Your love has given me wings. What? Say what? Himana! Hot milk. Tweak my nipples. Champagne and ripple. Shoppers go cripple. Our sales go triple. We drop lobotomy beats. Evaporated meats in the high-tech streets. We go solo. Dance floors and talk shows. Hot dogs, no-dos. Hot sex and back rows. Hey. Makes you scream. Be a $20 million fantasy. Dressing real good. Expensive sheets. Hollywood freaks from the Hollywood scene. Tattoo real good. You want a piece. Hey, my guy. The freak. Shit. People look so snooty. Take pills. Make them moody. Automatic bazooty. 0 to 2. Niagara Falls. Been shopping malls and seeing hummus cars. Hot like a cheetah. Me and Mama Sita. Eat a taqueria. Beats from Korea, looking like jailbait, sounding like the real estate. Banging like an 808. Just a real good, expensive jeans. Hollywood freaks from the Hollywood. Tattoo real good if you want a piece. Party people know I'm the type of freak. Shh, do you want to feel this? Norman Schwarzkopf. Something tells me you want to go home. Champagne bottles, custom clothes you own. coming up from special area codes. Hollywood knows what the Hollywood wants. Tell you what you want. You want to know satin sheets, tropical oils, turn up the heat, and all the neighbors are all those gentlemen cry. Realistic tease. Hey, I wanna know what makes you scream. You're 21 fantasy, dressing real good, expensive jeans. Hollywood freaks from the Hollywood, tattooed real good. If you want a piece, honey people know I'm that type of freak. Mercedes, Holly had my baby, shopping Old Navy. He wish he was a lady. You wanna feel this? You wanna feel this? You wanna feel like a man? Hot force, talk shows, hot dogs, no-dos, hot sex and back rows. You know, Hyundai's stripped out in Christmas in July. 6.2%. Yeah, you fill in the blank. Too fruity. Yeah, automatic bazooty. Busy leather. Vegetable man with a vegetable van with a home and that's chopping like a mariachi band. Hey, wait, K.O. Massa faces, Matos me gallo. Que un guano, que un guano. No Broncos, gold posts, cheap guitars, Avalitas with the plastic bags. Wait, what does? Your popsicle melting.
bro.
Is for the way you look at me. Is for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. B is even more than anyone that you adore. I can't. Bubble. So, so loud, love. Love you, love, I love you. Love you, love, I love you. Wasn't expecting all that, but that actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Ride the tiger, you can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Try to get away, holy diver. Holy diamonds. Something is coming for you. Look out. Race for the moment. You can hide from the sun till you see the light. Oh, we will pray it's alright. Between the velvet lines, there's a truth that's hard to steal, yeah. The vision never dies. Life's a never-ending wheel. Say, holy diver, on the masquerade. No need to look so afraid. Jump, jump, jump from the tiger. You can see his heart, but you know he's mean. Can never be seen, yeah.
I won't lie. Part of me thought about blowing off tonight's broadcast, but I'm like, you know what? There's too much to do on this thing. I mean, it's not getting done tonight. I know that. Part of me had like a terrifying thought about, what if I do? Like, what if I can? But then I'm like, there's just too much. Look at this. I haven't even touched the actual, like, downstrokes here, you know? Like, as I said, I still have flowers to add, a couple branches to have overhang. It's just not getting done. You know, I'm trying to be realistic with myself. I'm trying not to, like, because I won't lie, when I thought, like, last week that I'd be done by Wednesday or Thursday, I was bummed about not doing that. I was legitimately, like, you know, beating myself up about it. You know, so I had to, like, literally, like, sit there and take some time to myself and just be like, you know what, dude, you can't, like, it can't be rushed, you know, like, this is one that, you know, I said before, this feels kind of important and I don't want to fuck this one up, you know. Is it important because it was part of that 24-hour stream? Is it important because it's going to be a piece that has some, you know, oomph to it? I can't tell you that. I don't know. You know? Those aren't really my calls. By my definitions, at least. You know? That's somebody else's stuff to make a decision about. Somewhere down the line in the future. But I can only say it kind of feels like there's something. I have to keep you under lock and key. Do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? You don't know that's not how it should be. Or do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? I'm a sweet, fine, sexy woman and you're good to a man. Do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? I hope that you will understand. If I have to keep you barefoot and brain dead, or to keep you in my world. Come on, girl, and take off your shoes, 'cause all I wanna do to you, what is I gotta do? And if you say that we do, then you won't mind if I be possessive. Now would you? You preach about loving,
You know it is to blame. That's why I can ask you and not even feel ashamed. Do I have to keep my handcuffs on your mama? Are you susceptible to flattery and games, loaded in games? Do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? Will you submit to the fact that calls your name? To know, I know that would be uncool. I have to put my handcuffs on your mama. I don't care. I'm not looking like a chauvinistic kind of whatever. Some kind of yeah, Connie can go to hell. If I find that I need some help, I'm gonna pull out my chastity belt. What else I gotta do? If you switch me by like you said we do, and it won't mind. If I be possessive, no one you preach about loving. That's why I can ask you and not even feel ashamed. I have to keep you under lock and key. Do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? You susceptible to flattery and games, loaded of games. Do I have to put my handcuffs on your mama? Oh, you're a sweet, fine, sexy woman, good to a man. We'll understand. Grande mujer. I said, let us put man and woman together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. The women have the men, they should know, and not me. But the people, they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right. That's right. Ever since the world began, woman was always teaching man. If you listen to my attentively, gonna tell you how he's smarter than he and that me. But the people, they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. And what in the reading was very nice. Adam never went in paradise. Eve meets snake, paradise gone. To make Adam work from that day on and not me. But the people, they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say, and that's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right. That's right. Samson was the drunkest man long ago. No one could beat him, as we all know. But then loved Delilah. Lila said, all the strength is in the hair in your head, not me. But the people, they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. That's right, the woman is. The girl at the pretty dance, thinking that she might stand a chance. Take her home, thinking she's alone. On the door you find a mama home, and not to me. That the people they say that the men are leading the women astray, but I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. They're smarter.
I guess I should specify too. It's not that I was going to blow off the painting of the night. It's just more like no one's going to be here. No one's, so I was like kind of debating whether or not this is worth putting live streamed on it. But like again, you never know. Somebody might be like me and don't play football and just come on over. As I said, I'm not an anti-sports dude in any way, shape, or form. I used to be. I used to be like in high school, I was just like, no sports. And like, no. But then, like, you started finding, like my father started working for the Phillies in '93. So we kind of, like, started, that's when, like, life started to revolve around the Phillies, We have to figure out what we're doing, Can't ask my dad for a ride on the, to go somewhere on these days, like basically, and like, can't ask for, we can't go on, we're not going on a family vacation on these days, like we all knew these certain realities. So it became like a thing that you start following them just out of like sheer bad habit, almost, or whatever. You start following them because you're like, well, I gotta know what's happening, So if I know what's happening there, then I'm and my mom got like a partial season plan for his first few years. Really up to, I think, basically like the first year at Citizens Bank Park. Primarily just because it was like, okay, like this way we can see your dad, some weekends. It was like a Sunday plan. So, those started to become things that we would regularly do. And it's like, I'll be honest, I've always been more likely to be into the game or whatever it may be, with the exception of football, when I'm there. When it's a football game, dude, I just fuck off. I just don't, I don't care. Back in high school, like, that was like the thing that you went to football games, right, to hang out for a while. At least freshman year, certainly. And it was like, well, I'd go and smoke under the bleachers. Like, that's all I would literally do. It's like, whatever. I don't care. I don't, what's happening on the field? Are we winning? Yeah, whatever, Give me smoke, you know. Must be a good joint. Just like down here at this part. There's just there's something kind of sticking in like right in here. Make sure I don't lose that. But like I love, you know, I'm significantly more into a hockey game or a baseball game when I'm there rather than when they're on TV. When they're on TV, it's like I'm on my phone. I'm doing all this other stuff. I find announcers to be generally annoying. And this is, you know, from someone who got to know a few of them from the press booth. But it's like, dude, I can't listen to them usually. I just can't. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Greg. Sorry, Sarge and Larry and all those guys. I just have problems. Well, I'll be honest. I can listen to Larry Anderson. Larry loses his shit sometimes when he's watching. That's just goddamn ridiculous. And it's fine. I think I used to be able to listen a little better, like say radio-wise or TV-wise when it was Harry Callis. It's just a different thing. Because we don't really have that now. Like nowadays, when you listen to a sports broadcaster, they're all clean. If you know what I mean, like they're basically like, you know, everybody has a very, you know, we're here at the ballpark and everyone sounds the same, you know, like everyone talks very clear with the Phillies or today, you know, blah blah blah, and like, you know. Older broadcasters, it was like they were cast for their voice to sound weird, you know. Like you had Harry Callis, and he was the voice of the Phillies. And you heard Harry, you knew Harry's voice, you know. Not that Harry didn't do other things, because I mean Harry also, and they don't really exist anymore. But when I was a kid, there was always the you always kind of knew when the cartoons were over, because you had the you know, like the sports highlights or whatever, you know, thing would come on, and it was always Harry. He was born, you know, like it was one snowy winter day, you know, like it was just, I don't know. Harry did a lot of those, and lose that one? I did, didn't I? I fucking like painted right over it, didn't I? Yes, I did. So I gotta put that back. So it goes like that, right there. What the fuck was I thinking? I missed that one entirely. And this one we covered up because there's nothing there. I don't know what the fuck that was. That must have been the fumes getting to me. It's funny though. I really do remember, like, every time you heard that voice come on. Harry's coming on. Cartoons are over, guys. Switch over to Nickelodeon. Let's find out what's going on. Can't do that on television. Folks used to have a photo frame. You know, it was like one of those things with multiple shots in it. You know, whatever, different pictures from. And I remember there's a shot of me, my brother, and my sister, and I think it's long since, I think this thing got trashed in this flood. One of the many floods in my parents' basement. But there was this shot, it's me, my brother, and my sister, watching TV from the old console set on the ground. And I remember, like, exactly that we were actually watching, you can't do that on television. And I don't know why that sticks out in my head, that was like what we were watching then. It's just like one of those weird, stupid things your brain won't let go of. He's like, oh yeah, no, that's precisely what we were doing. And something just fell behind me. I don't know what the hell. They're behind this canvas, and I don't even want to know. Okay, so. Poster. A little concerned that it was gonna be a fucking. I was a little concerned that was actually gonna end up being something like, you know, a pin or something that's behind the one of the paintings that are hanging up there. That would be bad. Anybody else have any weird shit like that? Like, I don't know. That always struck me as odd. I don't know why that held on to, like... No, clear as day. My brother and my sister and I were watching. You can't see it on television when my parents took that picture. And there may have been something in the background that proved that. I don't remember, but I just remember that shot. That's what we were doing. It's not one of the contested memories, though. Either. My brother, for some reason, refuses to believe that we were both homesick the day the Challenger blew up. And I was like, dude, I was literally right next to you. He's like, no, you weren't. I'm like, yes, I was. We were both homesick that day. We were both watching it on TV, and the thing blew up in front of us, and we had no fucking idea what the hell happened. Oh wait, don't update. I literally told you to fucking leave it alone. How is the game going? Anybody know? I heard it was boring. So we bitching about the fact that it was like a low-scoring game or something. God, I literally just drew that thing out right over it. Right, okay. As I said, I'm not a football guy. I don't care for it, but like I do find it funny when people say low-scoring games are not entertaining, because I find them to be more entertaining. Dude, I literally said go away. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Shoot. Like when I play Rocket League, like there's nothing more like nerve-wracking than like when you've got a 1-0 game going or whatever, and it's like coming down to those last few seconds. Like I fucking panic. In my head, don't fucking blow this. Don't fucking blow this. Don't fucking blow this. You know, I just can't help it. And to me, that's why I mean I love a low-scoring hockey game or something like that. Like I guess football's different because football's boring anyway. Too much fucking stoppage. Maybe that's why. I say I'll be the, you know, like I said, I'm a baseball, hockey guy. That's all I've ever been into. Never been able to get into any of the other ones really. Basketball's okay, but I tend not to enjoy it unless I'm like there. Even then, I'm like. But I just never got into football. But the thing is, like, I'll be the guy who loves baseball, and I will tell you it's a boring sport. But I love it because it's boring. I love it because it has, like, baseball's always been to me the sport about failure more than I think any of the other ones are. And there, I mean, I always point to, like, the batting average primarily as the main one there. So you pay attention to a batting average, and a batting average is, you know, a good batting average is a 300 batting average, right? You know, if we go even thirds, we'll go 330 is fucking amazing batting average. But that still means that you strike out twice every time you go, or get out twice at least, every time you step up to the plate. And there's a beauty in that. I tried to get my son to, like, when he was, you know, doing t-ball and then trying to get into, like, the higher levels of Little League or whatever. I was trying to get him to understand that. It's like, you know, it's okay to get out. Like, you know, I think there's a lot of times that some of those kids are just like, you know, they're phenoms when they're, you know, because their dads were, like, literally sitting there, like, freaking out about them when they were, you know, 2 years old or whatever. Like, oh my God, look, he hit the ball 3 times, and, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know. It's like, but I try to get him to, like, at least go, look, you know, have fun and understand that if you're striking out 2 out of 3 times or whatever, or, you know, whatever, that's not bad. That's actually quite good. You know? Okay, you get strike out, you know, you get out once out of, yeah, or you get, yeah, hit once out of every 4 times you step up to the plate. That's pretty good too. It's, you know, that's 250, man. That's not bad at all. I'm having you near, in spite of a warning voice comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, little fool? Use your mentality. Step up, wake up to reality. And each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. I got you. By the way, anybody wants to see what's being done here, you can look at the reference photo on the Discord link below. Right now, watching like a host. I don't think I'm hosting, but you have to link over to the channel, otherwise, if that is the case. real texture, because this is going to be like, if you look at that moss growing on there, some funk going on there. It's 8:30. Okay, that's some time to give kids a kiss goodnight. You never look so good. Sipping life just like I wish I could. The salty tears. Oh, it's good. It's good. Lies in the end. Shows up this future already in the past. There's much to say. Thank the gods. It's Judgment Day. He said I left my home where the dead never rose. The streets of gold I've yet to find. And at the end of the day, all you can do is pray. Without hope, well you might as well be blind. Yeah, be blind. Tomorrow comes a day too soon. Angel, sweet angel of my youth, where have you gone? You flew away too soon. It's like I'm built, now builds a higher wall. See you crumble, me fall. Once had it all. He said I left my home where the dead never rose. The streets of gold I've yet to find. At the end of the day, all you can do is pray. Without hope, well you might as well be blind. Yeah, be blind. Tomorrow comes a day too soon. Tomorrow comes a day too soon. Let's get to rise. See me die. Streets of gold I've yet to find. All you can do is pray. Without hope, well you might as well be blind. Yeah, be blind. Tomorrow comes a day too soon. Tomorrow comes a day too soon. You never look so good. scrape off a bunch of like stuff from the palette here, or trash the whole thing. I don't know if that's really a smart idea. Because there's just so much dried fucking paint on there. Trying to use up as much like I can before I have to strip it. The Alizarin Crimson here and the olive green I'm kind of hitting back and forth with. Those should, in your mind's eye basically, you know, like as you try to interpret that as a viewer, those should really start making like a brownish color. Just kind of what I'm going for here. Like, I mean, obviously it's going to be brown, but like I'm trying to make it look like a, you know, like, I don't know how else to describe it, like that kind of red-green, like a, you know, brown that you can kind of see sometimes. It's kind of an ugly tone. But I was like, you know, there's that funny like thing where they try to prove the limitations of your brain. They tell you to, you know, here's some things your brains can't do, like, you know, you can't think of a new color. Alright. And it's like, everyone goes like that. Like, maybe you can't think of a name of one, but most certainly I've definitely accidentally stumbled on colors that I've, like, I don't think I've... There's not a crayon of this, you know, like... Well, I have a choice between the battle and the belt. Each time I hear about the hand you've been dealt. Spare me confession, it's confession you sell. Maybe I'll fall behind, but I don't mind, cause I'll catch up. Want a song that's indelible, like minimal. Hope you never see me wind up. Will I be happy on the back of the shelf? Will you be happy when we're sharing a cell? Spare me the question since you know me so well. Someday you'll realize that I can shy, I choke up. Want a song that's indelible, like minimal. Hope you never see me wind up. What is wrong with this animal? I'm terrible. Hope you never see me wind up. Farewell, my sweet paramania. Farewell, my sweet paramania. My only promise is that I'll never tell. Keep you a distance from the things that I felt. About the bullet, take the beating until I take it all back. Anyway, what was I supposed to say? Want a song that's indelible, like minimal. Hope you never see me wind up. What is wrong with this animal? I'm terrible. Hope you never see me wind up.
Gene Autry, you go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
Sounds like that. Sorry. Starting to look like they're actually like things, right? They look like stuff and things. That's what it looks like. Because I'm out of focus like crazy, aren't I? Oh well. Again, I gotta get this camera replaced at some point. I know that. These little webcams just suck. They just autofocus like crazy, and they don't do what I wanted to do. And I've got to do that. Maybe it'll be better. But like in that 10 minutes, will go bad again. It's funny, like I said, my tires are, for whatever reason, going fucking haywire anymore. And it sucks. And it sucks it's going to cost more money that I really don't want to spend right now. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to working from home tomorrow. It's always nice to be able to, like, literally start swearing and cursing, like, you know. The only downside is it's very difficult sometimes to, at least for me, like, to let go of work at the end of the day when you work from home. Whereas, I mentioned here before, I have a spot on the Blue Route that I basically have designated. I have to be rid of this place by here. I have to leave everything that I've, you know, pissed me off and whatever. It's all got to be gone by this point on the Blue Route. And if it's not, you know, I drop it there. It's a little harder during wintertime because I can't see it, you know, like, it's dark and what have you, but it's like, out of the ground, into the sky. But it's still, you know, I know it's there. Like, I know when I'm passing it. It's like, and when you don't have that, like, you know. That's usually why, like, if I can get a work, like a lunch break during that day, when I work from home, which is a little more difficult, but to actually get my little hour off the phones or whatever, like, you know, and I mean not like, you know, work mode where I have to do shit. I'm talking just like literally, I'm off. This is where I should be eating lunch, but usually I eat it much earlier in the day. That's usually when I log on to like Rocket League or something, and I might not play very well, but it's a lot more to do with the trash talking now. It's a lot more to do with when me calling people, you know, bad names. That's absolutely one of the most toxic you'll ever find me. So if you see the name Menaceart pop on around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, that's just to move on. I won't go into competitive, I just stay on the non-competitive ones, but it's like, you know. I do have to laugh at my youngest sometimes. Now, my wife and I are talking about what to do for our 15th anniversary. And, so we've been talking, it seems more and more like we're going to take a flight out to Vegas. For like, you know, like 4 days or so, not for very long. Basically, with the goal of hoping to see Penn and Teller, and that's about where it stops. Neither of us are very much into gambling. Anything like that. Yeah, we're more likely to do all the other shit you can do in Vegas. But, yeah, we were talking about it, and Sophia, I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas. What? It's like, no, you haven't. I always wanted to see Las Vegas. Like, from where? Like, brat. Just out of her goddamn mind sometimes. It's not fair you guys get to go. I think I've mentioned before, like, you know, kids, if you don't have any kids, you don't get to experience stuff like this. But like, there are times where your kids will just say shit, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, where did that come from? But I'll be honest, I've never had children stymie me as much as Sophia does sometimes, where she just comes up with shit. And I've always wanted to go there. What? You know, Allie stumped me and my buddy Mike one time with the Axie Lovey Stack bid. We were passing this one area. Daddy, it's Axie Lovey Stack. What? What are you talking about? We still don't know what she was ever talking about. Past this one, you know, kind of industrial area or whatever. Just saw that. Sexy Lovey Stack. What's now? Sexy Lovey Stack. But Sophia just so often just. I've long maintained that, especially, I mean, after like the, she had to have a tooth from, pulled or whatever. She had to have a tooth extracted because it got an abscess under it after, she had a cavity or whatever. And, she came out of it. I sent something to my wife afterwards because I said, she's going to be a fun stoner. The good thing is she'll never be able to like slip by in the house without us knowing that she's like blasted out of her mind, because she's just never going to be able to pull that off. Because she has. But I said if she gets stoned with her friends or something when she's older, we're going to have fun with her. But see, I'm the type of parent that like. If I don't have to, like worry about the cops or anything like that. In other words, like as long as she don't get picked up, I can feel like I can be cooler to a degree about it. And you never know what the laws will be when she's a little older, but I most certainly will run up to her and just be like, "You're running through a farce, you're running through a farce, you're running through a farce." Just freak her out. Because if you've ever been high and you've had someone do that to you, you know that shit will fuck you up. Very long time ago, but oh my god, I still remember that. Mein Gott.
rap shit is mine, motherfucker. Fucking yeah. Fuck what you heard. That's what you hearing. That's what you hear. Listen. Listen. It's gonna give it to you. Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real with the non-stop pop, stainless steel. I go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make the motherfucker wonder if he did it. Damn right, and I'll do it again. I am nice, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many caps I break. Break who's sending me. Nothing but your lifesaver. Bitch, that's called a life debt, motherfucker. Just won't be the one getting up on his knees, bitch, please. Stay out of my way, motherfucker. Then we let it pop, go, let it go. X gonna give it to you. You gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. Wow.
Fucked that up terribly.
He never gave nothing to me. But every time I turn around, cats got their hands out wanting something from me. I got it, so you can't get it. Let's leave it at that, cause I ain't got it. Like the Earl in the bullpen. Me against me against you. Wolf in sheep's clothing. The streets bumping. Fight these tears. It's all for the kids, but these cats done forgot what work is. They don't know who they be. They don't know who they see. For too long, don't give up, you're too strong. To the wild, wild honeys. And even in the mouth, though, it's about getting down for what we stand for, yo. X gonna give it to you. You're gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. And run the yoke. Even if you have a cold still, you can cough on me again. I still haven't had my fulfill. It is Sunday. What's that sound in the Sunday? Broken bones. Some hospitals. One more quirky cliched phrase. You're the one I want to refill. Then it's Sunday. What's that sound?
Ugh. Sorry about that. I sneezed. Alright, it's about time to go. Give the kids a kiss. Good night. The good news is this is definitely getting done this week. I think. 95% sure. I mean, since I am working from home, I'm going to go a little later, I think. Not much later, but a little later than I normally would on a Sunday. So that means we can get a little farther along. Ideally, what I'm thinking for a kind of like the structural setup for the next, like I would like to finish at least the front part of this structure tonight, if not get through the rest of it. Alright, I do not want to miss this song, so we're going to pause this right here. So I want to get done at least, in the next hour and a half or so. Just get done this part right in here. Not worrying about these, structures here. That seems viable. Again, main structures, not worrying about the dividing parts. For Monday night, tomorrow night. And then Wednesday should be enough to get done these, and I hope the branches and flowers should be. And then Thursday would be a new paint. Hopefully, if all goes well. Hopefully it'll be the shoes that Allie sent me. So give me a few moments. I'm gonna go say goodnight to my kids and what have you, and I'll be right back.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. I've got to control. I remember doing a time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness began me, and a voice would be calling. Let's do the time. I can't do it. My voice is gone.
Look, there was a lot of swearing yesterday.
The hands on your hips.
I just can't believe my fucking bad luck with tires, man. I just really was like stymied. I keep using that word a lot recently. But I was just like, I was dumbfounded. I just had no, like, I've never had this much bad luck with tires, like, back to back to back to back to back to back to back, you know, like.
Oh, fantasy, free me!
So you can't see me.
No, not at all. Another dimension with voyeuristic intentions. Well secluded, I see all with a bit of the mind flip. Look you under sedation. Let's do the time warp again. Just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Your hands on your hips. I would like a neck, if I may.
That's what I'll do. I like to think of creative ways to punish my children sometimes. Like, just sometimes if things go wrong, you just gotta, like, I don't know. I feel like some of the blasé stuff doesn't work with kids nowadays. I don't lay a hand on my kids or anything like that, so I'm like, I like to keep things like say around Christmas time. It's easy to pull the whole, like, oh, I'm going to tell Santa, blah, blah, blah. Now, with Vincent, that doesn't work anymore because he doesn't really, he doesn't believe anymore. He's, 11 years old. I don't think he's believed for several years. It's just he's been playing along because he's afraid that he'll lose presents that way, I'm sure he looks at what my wife and I end up getting for our present count, and it's always much lower. He's afraid that if he starts to admit to it, he's got to become an adult and get less presents. But anyway, what I like to do instead is I threaten that I'm going to put on the Star Wars Christmas special for them, make them sit and watch it. I think what I'll do now for Halloween, around that time period, as they start acting up, I'll just tell them, like, I'm going to make them watch the Fox version of Rocky Horror Picture Show. That'll show him.
To fly.
Hey, what's going on, man? Alright, what we got? So I'm just waiting for some. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, sweet. Hold on. I got that thing. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Hold on. That's fantastic. Alright, that's fine, man. Leave the lurk. That's cool. I'm okay with the lurk. Yeah, lurking. That looks gorgeous, though, if you're still here listening. One downside of wearing these glasses, though, like I didn't even see that, like those posts pop up. Like I have to directly look at things, or I don't see them at all. It sucks. That's why I hate glasses. I normally refuse to wear them. I was actually contemplating throwing it into context, but I'm like, you know what? I woke up with some funk stuff in my eyes today again. I'm like, oh, this shit's just not going away. Because again, I'm taking drops and stuff, but the drops don't do a goddamn thing because it's not the eyes. It's not even, like, really that, you know. Like, it's my sinus cavity. It's my whole, like, that's what's fucking wrong with me. It is my alien septum, as my, one ear, nose, and throat doctor said. My other one said, "What the hell's that thing on your face? You gotta cut that the fuck off of there." It was so funny, you know, like, I think I brought this up once on it, well, like, I think everybody on there was talking about it, but, over on Pink Eye Poxy's channel once, was that, like, we're talking about artist self-doubt and how easy it is to just fall into these questionable parts, especially when you're in, like, the middle of painting sometimes, or even right as you're approaching the end point. Which I know it's going to take a while. I'm saying it's going to take like another 3 episodes, but even still, we're in the end points. You know, like we're approaching that, and it's like, you know, part of me's already like, oh, I don't know if this will all make sense when it's all said and done. That people will see what I'm trying to do with, you know, and how much of back, you know, of this relates to back there, and you know, it's very easy to, you know, get filled with that type of question, and it can cripple you. It can literally send you sometimes where you're just like, I can't even work on it, you know, like. I haven't done this in a long time, thankfully. Again, I think it's one of these things where streaming sort of forces me past it. But like, there would be times where I would come out here for a painting session, and I would literally just sit back there and stare at the thing for like, 2.5 hours. So I'd be out here painting, at least as far as the wife was aware. She expected to see results, at the end of the when I came back in, and she'd see like that, I painted like a post, and she's like, "You were out there for that long? You did that?" And it's like, well, I don't know how to explain this to someone that doesn't face it. That it's not something you can't walk away from it. That's worse in a lot of ways. So you can't just be like, well, I'm going to just walk away for a few hours, or no, you can't do that. You have to stare. You have to stand there and look at it, figure out what the hell you're doing, what's just not sitting there right, or you got to try to plow through it. But that has other potential issues that could just as easily screw you up. That's too much. And it's like, that's like one of those reasons why, like, sometimes I think to myself, like, even when I'm pricing stuff, people think, like, oh, well, you're not really well known, you should price that stuff in, like, the thousands or something. It's like, dude, sometimes literally, like, you're looking at a painting and it's like, I overcame a psychological thing then. You don't even understand what I actually went through. Like, I mean, I can legitimately say it about, like, say, my tulips. My view of tulips was, I mean, I was terrified to start that painting. I hadn't painted in 3 years, and I had no idea if I could even do it. It could have been potentially disastrous. I mean, I know I say that sometimes, like, oh, this painting may be on the brink of disaster or something, or whatever. And it's more about, like, oh, well, this painting's existence. Where I was when I was doing the view of tulips, man, mentally, I mean, it legitimately could have been very disastrous. Let's just leave it at that. It's like, the whipping, don't need a hand, there's always arms attached. I don't get behind, I can't fall back. I had stuff like, I think I wrote it down somewhere. Like, literally, I mean, I know I was saying it to myself the whole time. Just basically telling myself, like, it's okay to fail. You have a very huge, chance of screwing that one up. Like, I had to, like, tell myself, like, it's okay. It's okay.
me close behind and follow you into the dark, the blinding light, the tunnels to gaze of light, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul in the box, I'll follow you into the dark. Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule. I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. Heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied. Illuminate the nose on their vacancy sides. If there's no one beside you when your soul in the box, then I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary, and the soles of her shoes are all worn down. The time for sleep is now. It's nothing to cry about. So we'll hold each other soon in the blackest of rooms. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. There's no one beside you when your soul embarks, and I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark. Watching the sun bake, all the tourists covered with oil, strumming my six string on my front porch swing, smelling the shrimp they're beginning to boil, wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. That some people claim that they're the ones to blame, but no, it's nobody's fault. Stay there all season, nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How we got here, I haven't a clue. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. There's some people claim that there's a woman's blame. Oh no. Well, it could be my fault. Stepped on a pipe, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render the frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. There's some people claim that there's a woman to blame. It's no damn fault. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. It's my own damn fault. This one's really hidden back there. Like, it's hard to see this one. So we're gonna really do that. Crank that up. Gives like a whole ugly mix of colors. Just get it, fripping back there. Big support beam, but whatever it is, it's just like it's not visible very easily. Little bang, little bang, little bang. Sometimes you break the finger on the upper hand. Think you got me confused for a better man. Sometimes you break the finger on the upper hand. Say you got me confused. Think you got me confused for a better man. Sometimes you break the finger on the upper hand. Say you got me confused.
that one vanish? Hold on. Did that vanish, you guys? No, okay, it's still visible. Alright, cool. It's not about a half-past night, baby, mine will let me in. Rock it on around, move on with the dog, 'cause we know the dog is moving in. Rock it on around, move over the star, we make dogs move. Choose a lock on my back door, now my key don't fit no more. This one too, actually. This one's pretty dark. I gotta move on though. Again, I don't want to feel like I'm rushing it, but at the same point, I gotta start speeding this up a little bit. This shit's been dragging on. I definitely want this. I'd like to get this done by Thursday. Let's do it that way. The fact that it's not is like kind of killing me. Because we were already at like, you know, when I did the 24-hour stream, this thing was already, by the time it was done, that it was like, what, 40 hours, somewhere around there? Maybe 30 something, but it was up there already. So now we're definitely... Let's put it this way, it's dangerously close. I mean, technically, no matter what, as long as I finish it this month, I'm still at a 1 per month average. But I would like to, again, I'd like to hit that, at least hit what we did last year, which is 15 paintings. And if I want to do that, this thing's got to speed the fuck up a little bit, you know. This is going to put the, you know, pedal down a little. Because again, the next painting will, if as long as, you know, as long as I can find a canvas, I got to get the 16 by 20 canvas to make it work. Going to, since I'm working from home tomorrow, at some point I got to go pick up the car. Probably in the evening, or as soon as I get done work. I'll probably try to log off like a few minutes early, and then I'll run up to the shop, pick up my car, and I'll just run over to the Goodwill, I think. See if they have it. If they don't, you know. They very well may have a new canvas there. I really hope. My only concern when I pick up those canvases is I wonder if the person who's dropping them off at Goodwill, you know, they're dropping off these painting with a twist canvases, and I wonder if they realize that they've been selling, and they're like, you know, because it could be an employee, who knows, you know, and they see that they sold, and they're like, ah, man, someone's buying my work. It's like, no, I'm not. I just don't want to like give someone, you know, hope that their painting with the twist stuff is selling. You know, I don't know. Even if it's only for $3 a freaking pop, or whatever they are. Yeah, this is not a Paradise by the Dashboard Lights night. We gotta turn that off. Hold on. There's always block night. feel. Welcome to my nightmare. Welcome to my breakdown. I hope I didn't scare you. That's just the way we are when we come down. We sweat and laugh and scream here, 'cause life is just a dream here. You know inside you feel right at home. Yeah. Welcome to my breakdown. Ooh. Welcome to my nightmare. Yeah. Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong. Sweat and laugh and scream here. This life is just a dream. You know inside you feel right at home. Here. Welcome to my nightmare. Ooh. Welcome to my breakdown. Alright, I think I'm still on pace to get through these. I think I'm still. Still feels like I'm working towards that. 10:30 goal would be done these elements here. It'll be a tight one, but I think it's possible. It's getting a little warm here, I'll be honest. It's getting a little stronger. I said this was going to happen though, didn't I? I mean, I said like when it was so cold out, you know, like it was fucking just nightmarishly cold last week, you know, and I'm like, I had these things blasting, and I'm like, I wasn't getting anywhere near warm enough where I feel comfortable in this studio. And then it's like, this week, yeah, so far it's been, you know, it's been warming up in this weekend, and I keep warming up the next 2 days, and I'm gonna be in here. I still think grooving on though. I think we're looking alright. That's wrong spot there. Okay.
Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Darkness like and there's a train. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah. Something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah.
There's a mark on there that's paint. I was ready to start painting it. Oops.
Art imitating life, imitating art.
You made a boo-boo.
The boot box.
I had a conversation with Chugs. If you don't know who he is, he makes some really cool fucking pottery. You need to like check it out. I think it's just Chugs. I don't think there's any other add-on to that. Check out his channel. He does a lot more on Instagram. He's a lot more busy there than he is on here, I think. But he was streaming one time and I was able to actually check it out because I was working from home, so I left it on my other computer and just popped in when I could. And he was discussing it one time. He goes, you know, he asked about if I think that streaming live slows me down at all. And I said something about, you know, actually I think it's sometimes the opposite. That sometimes when I'm streaming and it's quiet, it slows me down. Because I feel like I'm always trying to make sure I'm saying something in case somebody drops in and they're, you know, Because I'm always trying to think of something. I'm always coming up spewing bullshit, which is what I wish I knew how to do because I don't know what to say. I come up with shit like this, you know? It's like, it's nonsense. But I think I turned this heater off. Let's just get I did not prepare like I did with the 24-hour stream to the possibility I would take my shirt off. So, but it was just like I thought about it. I'm like, you know, I think it does. I think it when I'm slowest, I find, is when I don't have people on here. Don't get me wrong. I think like the other night. But I think I was distracted already when I was thinking about my comic book shop closing. Not mine, I mean, I don't own a shop, but the shop that I've been going to since I was a kid. I think that was a different thing. But I think it's legit that when I have people on here and I'm talking and I'm working through work, I think and there's conversations going on, I know something going on, you know, and I can talk to people. I think it always goes smoother then. It's why, like, when I was, you know, even going to school and stuff, you know, I had friends that either they'd come to my school, like, even if they didn't go to the school, they'd come into the, you know, my studio, or they'd come to my parents' house when I was painting the basement there. And, like, it was Mike, it was Bill, it was, you know, and I was generally pretty loosey-goosey. As I said, pretty much the only one somewhere allowed was my daughter, or my niece. You know, kids, just because kids become very distracting. But the people I knew that I could sit and have come in and have a conversation about art with, it's like they were most certainly allowed. And I think that's like still a thing here, you know? Like even still to this day, I can still allow that type of stuff to occur. Whereas I'm much more hesitant still about like my kids or, you know, my wife or somebody like that coming in. The people I could talk to about the creative process, or sometimes the guys that know how to bullshit with me in a way that takes me a little mentally out of, oh god, I gotta figure out this color here or this thing here, and they can get me to do that, you know, via, you know, automation almost. Yeah, that's why I think I always like. I get bummed out when there's nobody like really talking here. There's nobody watching. Again, I mean, look, it's fucking Super Bowl. I know I'm not going to pull in ratings from that, you know. I know there are people that, and plus I knew when I was turning on here actually that Rocket League was doing something, so I'm like, well, I'm not getting anything on that either. So I knew I was, you know, fighting an uphill battle this weekend. Slam! Da, 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 da. Let boys be boys. Slam! Da, 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 da. Make noise, be boys. It's another one. And another one. So what if I'm cheating and everybody want to sound grimy? All in together now. Yeah, that's how we do. Try to be loud as me because you can't do that. Just the brothers on Rikers Isle.
I'm so high. Like a gremlin. Slam. Make noise, people. Make noise, people. Slam. Boys. Used to be some old bastard. Not now. Of course. Talk to Ricky on songs. I'm back. Fine. I just hit you in the face, so slam. Slam. Big boy standing, my big boy stands screaming, give me the microphone before I busted my pants in my author of language, the language polluted. Onyx is heavyweight, still undefeated. Get the words right out of my mouth into my shoes. I paid so many dues, I feel used and abused. Excuse me, for example, I'm the inspiration for a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky figures, it's an invitation, figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not watered down, so I'm dying of thirst. Scam, bulletproof plan. Big boys make some noise and just slam. Make noise, big boys. Noise, big boys, slam. Big boys, big boys.
So this is really a complicated situation right now because these paints are all like running out. Like they're ready to die on me. It's been going for too long. And it's like, I gotta be careful because I can't really ditch them because there's colors here and weird mixtures that I'm not going to get again, you know? That becomes a little bit of a dilemma here.
Yeah! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Whoa! Yeah! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Oh, good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing to me. Whoa! I despise. Cause it means destructions of innocent lives. War means tears to thousands of mothers' eyes when their sons go to fight and lose their lives. I said, whoa, good God, y'all. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Whoa, Lord. Absolutely nothing. Listen to me. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker. Friend only to the undertaker. Send me to all mankind. The thought of war blows my mind. War means express to the younger generation. Then destruction. Who wants to die? Oh, war. God, y'all. Absolutely nothing. Say it, war. Ooh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Listen to me. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker. You got one friend, that's the undertaker. Ah, war. That shattered many young men's dreams. Made him disabled, bitter and mean. Life is much too short and precious to be fighting wars each day. War can't give life, it can only take it away. Ah, war. God, y'all. Absolutely. It's easy to get to. Whoa, 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 Lord. Absolutely nothing. Listen to me. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker. God woo me to the Undertaker. Oh. Peace, love, and understanding, tell me, is there no place for them today? They say we must fight to keep our freedom, but Lord knows there's got to be a better way. Oh, whoa. Good y'all. Say it again. God, God. It ain't nothing but a heartbreaker. Friend only to the Undertaker. Don't you know I'm local? That's actually a little bigger, so we're going to make that a little wider. On the pan, on the temple, just toss that ham in the frying pan, Iceman. Damn, I feel like the son of Sam. Direction hectic. Going like General Electric, and the lights are blinking. I'm thinking it's all over when I go out drink. Out, making my mind slow. That's why I don't fuck with the big bone. Oh, bro, I got to maintain. It's going insane. Insane in the brain. Pretty insane, got no brain. Insane in the brain. Threw my shit on the cover, now it's time for the blubber. Blubber, so what's that belly get fat? A fat boy on a diet. Don't try it, I check your ass like a looter in the riot. Some of that ass, leaving no face in the grass. You know, I don't take a dulo lightly. Punches jealous cause you can't outright me. Kick that style, wicked, wow. That mainframe I'll explain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. It's insane, got no brain. Feel the brain. The kind of loco. Like Louis Armstrong, play the trumpet, I'll hit that bong and break you off something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch my crops. These pigs want to blow my house down. Yes, I'm the pilot of this ship of trip, the ultraviolet trip. Going insane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the brain. Pretty insane, got no brain. Oh, acting kind of low.
No use leading with our chins. This is where our story ends. Never lovers, ever friends. Goodbye. Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say, I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing. And when you kiss more than this, I wish you love. And in July, lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health, but more than wealth, I wish you love. My breaking heart, and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. Most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I will say this regarding the Super Bowl. I have to be honest, I'm very happy that the Eagles did not make it in. Because last year at this time, I was playing the game of, was that a gunshot or was that fireworks? I really didn't want to have to gamble on that one. Because if you've watched Mythbusters like I have many times, you know they did a test about like gunshots fired into the air, whether they can come back down and kill you. And basically, if it's not shot directly 90 degrees in the air, yeah, it can kill you. And I'm like, that's my luck. You know, I'm unlucky in tires. You know, there's two things I'm unlucky in. I'm unlucky in tires and everything else. And so I was like, I don't want to go outside right now. And even just to go, like, literally, you know, I have to go out this door and out that door. I don't have to go very far, but I'm like, I just know my luck would be, you know, I walk out that door and down comes a bullet. Hey, you know, there's a lot of people, oh, it's just fireworks. No, I know fireworks. Plenty. Look, there's a guy, he doesn't live there, but he visits pretty much every day. 2 houses down. I lovingly, and I hope they understand this if they ever hear this part, I refer to him as the man-child, you know, because he's just one of those kind of goofy guys. He's always there. And he's, you know, he's like probably like the kid's uncle or something, but he's always, you know, he's like the kids that live in the house are always like messing around with him and stuff. And I knew people like that growing up, you know, and it's like I always thought of them as kind of man-children too, you know. But anyway, he comes by with fireworks all the time, like even before they were legal here in PA to buy. He, you know, there's the color I'm looking for. There we go. Like he just, you know, because it's Tuesday the 3rd or whatever, you know, boom, fireworks are going off from the next door. It's like, you know. Sometimes I find it a little much, sure, you know. Irritated by it, sure. But they're nice people usually, so I don't bother. It doesn't bother me usually. But like I said, I'm used to hearing fireworks pretty commonly, you know. And some of the shots that I heard last year,
I'm not sure about that.
I have no idea what the fuck set you off. Anyone can figure out what the fuck I said that set her off. Anyhow, like I said, long story short, I'm glad that the Eagles aren't in the final. At least I know when I'm done tonight, I can go out and not get shot. Long story short. Too late, I know. It was funny going into work the next day, though, because everyone's like, you know, oh my god, I'll party all night, da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah, I'm tired too. And I was like, because I stayed in my studio for like 2 hours, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, any shots that I heard fell. I'm like, what? Did you watch the game? No, not a fucking ounce of it, you know? Oh man, it's the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles, okay. Glad it's not the fucking case this year. Were any good commercials? Anybody know any were good commercials? I saw two that definitely seemed like I said, they seemed like Super Bowl commercials, but they were already on like earlier today. This one was with the dude and Carrie from Sex and the City or whatever. And then the other was Jason Bateman in it. It was like a elevator dude. Alright, I think we're gonna probably call it with this elements right here. For now, like, and we'll just keep working on the stuff tomorrow. Go 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 I'm gonna say this again, I've said it before, I know. I'm like a fucking broken record sometimes. But, like, seriously, whoever in Parliament thought it was a good idea to put a fucking wah pedal on a theremin, I forever will hate you. So it literally just sounds like the damn thing's farting in my ear the whole time. It was kind of funny though. My wife's not as versed in Parliament Funkadelic as I am, and so we were driving out to. This is when we went to go see the Celtic Fling at the Renaissance Fair, or where at Mount Hope, where the Renaissance Fair usually is. But anyway, and I was listening to just my Amazon Music playing randomly, and this came on. You know, are they farting into the microphone? What is that? I'm like, what do you think that is? She goes, sounds like a theremin, but it's not. Like, she goes, I was like, no, it's a theremin. She goes, really? I'm like, yeah, it's a theremin on a wah pedal. She goes, oh my god. She's like, that's awful sounding. I'm like, yeah, I know. I said, you should listen to it when it's in your headphones, and it's just like right in your fucking ear. It's like, thanks, George. Oh, alright. I think this is it. We're going to just touch a few things here. Mix it up a little, give it a little thing, a little green. There we go. So that was our goal, right? That's what I said. And it's 10:37, not too late. It's much later than we usually do. Which is what I wanted to do. Just wanted to be a little later, not too much. just enough to get something done. So we'll be back at this tomorrow night at 9:15. I guess I gotta temper my plans on that. Honestly, tomorrow night I'll be pretty happy if I can hit to like those stretches. I mean, think of this was almost an hour and a half right here. And that's all I have tomorrow at best. So, we'll cut this off so it's not my air. Close that out. So again, tomorrow night 9:15. Back at it for like an hour and 15 minutes or so, and then we'll see what we can get done. And then I still think Thursday's doable. God, Thursday better be fucking doable. Worst case, next Sunday. If it cannot go past next Sunday, I'll lose my shit if it goes past next Sunday. Let's put it this way: next Sunday, it's done. No matter what, it's done. If I don't have fucking things, if this little ugly half unpainted thing is still fucking there, it's done. I don't give a shit. I'm done. Can't take this much longer. So, alright. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you tomorrow, 9:15.
Oh my God! Boy!